Hey guys, this is NikaNikaNick coming to you with another Infinity Kingdom video. And this one is going to cover the event called Panda that we have currently ongoing in every server. So we're gonna do it a little bit different than on the other PO. I know this has already been covered multiple times as a whole. It's rather, I would say, the same event that's coming back. The one difference is what you see on your screen right now. So the way we're going to do it is we're going to focus on Pinnacle trial, how to do it with a slash mini account or lower march. So let's get started. The only thing you need to know about this one here is that every 2 days you get a prize of 4K, which is really good if you win. Now, this is double gem. Again, if you listen to one of my previous video, buying gem is not efficient for, I would say, anybody that is not a whale. Even a whale, if they buy a lot of bundle, they should not be in need of any gems. But again, this is to get an entry into the price, which is 4K. If you look at the battle pass, this is 2 full immortal, chaos immortal. So if you feel lucky, go for it. This, nothing new here. The only thing we're going to mention quickly is that the skin is really cool looking. And it's also one of the best skin in the game because it's true HP and more HP. Definitely one of the best. So if you don't have any of the battle skin, you can get it. It's a decent skin. The girliest challenge, we've had this for a while. I'm not going to waste any time on it. The only thing I'll say is when you're doing the normal and the hard version of the event is still locked, don't buy tickets to max it out. Wait until the hard version is unlocked. Then you can go ahead and buy a ticket to get this done, right? The other thing, and this is the same with the Pinnacle trial, the player that you see here is not the person that you're going to face. I have a few players asking me, how can I beat this player? Is too strong. This is a ranking. This is basically the 10 players that has cleared the fastest, and it's the first one, and then you see the time, the last one. You don't actually fight this player. You fight the same marches that everybody else is going to fight, which is not a player. Now, this is where we're going to focus the Pinnacle trial. The level 1 to 4 is rather easy if you have a decent march and decent skill. Level 4 it'll be a little bit harder for anybody that is using water. Again, water at the moment is not the best march. There are ways to make it stronger, but not the best march. Overall, 4 is not that hard to clear, and it's pretty easy for anybody that's using a hybrid or Alex March. Anybody else that is using Emiko and Apollo as well, and can, of course. The struggle comes to the last level, the 5, which is nice for the reward. It's going to give you skin shard and tickets. As you can see in the server, there's not a lot of people that hasn't been able to clear it yet. But there are a way to do it, and the way you want to do it is by looking at what you're fighting, what they're using, and how you can counter it. To give you an idea, this is the march I was able to clear it with. It's only 642K, which is pretty low overall compared to other players in the game. Even our ranking is not high, but I'm still only 40. So it's not the highest march, and I was still able to clear it. So there are ways to clear it as a lower player. What you want to focus on is your skills. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the video. I'm going to show you on an account that has not cleared it yet, a gameplay of this challenge, and then we're going to come back and talk about it. And we are back. Let's get it started with the challenge. We want to look at the battle and also the data on the report. Right from the start, you can see the blue aura. That's Fountain of Life. All four as the aura. And then the other thing we need to look at is when Apollo actually start ulting. Still no ult, and you can see Poseidon ulted. So around 240. And as you can see, the HP, third ult from Apollo, game over. Right from at the start, first ult, second ult, third ult, the game is over. Let's look at the data now. All right, so first, let's confirm Fountain of Life. It's on Fufe, Fountain of Life. It was the blue aura, as I mentioned. So what does that mean? No escape no longer works against this team. No escape is still a very good skill, but in this instance, you know they're going to use Fountain of Life. You want to remove no escape. It's a useless skill for this challenge. Two, you can see that all the damage these immortal are doing, so Poseidon and Apollo, are all physical damage. So if you have any magic resist skills on at the moment, you want to remove those because those are not giving you new value against this challenge. Then you can also look at the damage that they deal. You can see quickly that there's no critical hit being applied. So Apollo probably doesn't have time to shine. And because there's no critical damage being done, if you have a skill like Malice, you want to remove it as well because it's not giving you any value. They're already not doing any crit damage. So you need to maximize your team with the skill that you put on. So quick recap, no escape, remove it. Magic resist, remove it. Malice, remove it. Then what we need to look at as well is Apollo ulted around 240, 239. So either he has battle stance. I don't think so because it was really quick. Battle stance is 20 seconds. The window is a little bit too short. He probably has something like corrosive power and energy mastery for sure. So what you want to do is focus on two things. First, you want to kill Athena as quick as possible. So if you have anti-healing, you will be able to apply it. Example, I have Quinn in my team. I need my Alex to kill Athena as soon as possible in the game so that my Quinn can start applying anti-healing on the rest of the team. Two, you want to focus your skills on quick damage and energy cut for the enemy. Because as soon as Apollo start ulting, the game is pretty much over. You want to deal as much damage as possible before you start ulting. So Blessing with the war for damage and the speed attack is very good in this challenge. Energy suppression is also very good. You want to make sure that all the damage is done very early before Apollo ult. So this is how you're going to be able to beat this challenge. And another thing that you need to make sure you do is you need to set your talent properly. We just released a video on talents. So you need to set it properly to the military one to make sure that you are going to counter physical damage. And another good skill that is going to be needed for this challenge is this one here, which will reduce Apollo's skill damage and Poseidon's skill damage, right? And what I mean by physical, you have a few skill here that will focus on physical, like the last one here, instead of magical. So you want to make sure you select the right one. And you also need to put your boost on if you're having difficulty clearing this challenge, because the boost is going to work. Again, you need to deal as much damage as possible, as quickly as possible. So this is the march that I was able to clear it with when it comes to the lowest power I've been able to do. This is the Queen that I use. Again, no escape was taken off of the team when I did it. I put a blessing. Here, no magic resist, no malice. No magic resist, no malice. On Alex, what I did is I removed Blade Vortex to put combo. I focused all the damage at start on Athena, trying to get her out of the way so my Queen can get value as soon as possible. And this is how I was able to clear the last stage with a march around 640. Okay, I hope this will help you clear the last stage. If you have any feedbacks, comments, question, please just let me know. And again, thanks for watching. Thanks for giving the time to come and see my videos. If you have any topics you'd like me to touch on, let me know. And have a good day, guys.